Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. The MacBook Air, this M4, has been pretty interesting so far. I've had it for about 48 hours to 72 hours now, and it's actually been really good. So I'm testing out the camera here and just showing you different things you can do. It's not so much what you can do, it's the quality of the camera. So this is the camera on the new MacBook Air, and I'm told that it's upgraded. And so that would be pretty cool to get better quality out of this thing. But we're going to take a look and I'll discuss the keyboard. Some people have asked about editing and things like that versus the M3. So I'll discuss that as well. I do use iMovie because I think why not at my level of editing now that I decided to do Final Cut Pro. Yes, I did have Final Cut Pro. I got it a long time ago. And I just didn't use it like I thought I would. So for me, it wasn't the best investment. And plus, also, I was using Power Director Pro. And I had already purchased that. So I was like, well, I'll stick with that. But nonetheless, some people use DaVinci and all these different things. On the MacBook Air, I come from a place where a consumer doesn't want to spend a lot of money on editing software. So using iMovie is enough. And the M4, while this is fanless, it is definitely a laptop that can produce some good footage. You can throw 4K at it, 8K if you decide to do that. But today we're just going to look at the keyboard, and we'll discuss a few things in my experience with it after having it for almost 3 days or so. But this is the camera quality with portrait turned on. I'll turn portrait off for just a second. You can see this is how clear it really clears up. I mean, this is a really good camera. I just prefer portrait. It also has center stage. It'll follow me around. I can hit portrait. It'll follow me around. I can do whatever I want to do. So if you're vlogging or doing a video conference, this camera is actually really impressive. Now, I do have voice isolation turned on, so you should have a better idea of what voice isolation sounds like if you're going to do a vlog. I can turn it off. Standard. This is standard audio. I don't know if you heard a shift in the audio, but this is what standard audio looks like or sounds like. And I prefer to keep voice isolation turned on, so I just turned it back on. To access these features, you need to go into the menu on the top. There's a menu on the top here, and I'll show it to you. When you're using these features, there's a drop down here. As you're recording, you're going to see a green icon at the top here, and that is where you'll be able to access all of these things. You can turn off center stage, it'll get itself back. You can turn off portrait. You can do studio lighting. You can do, I really like that studio lighting. That's actually pretty cool. You can change the background, and when you go into the backgrounds, you can actually change all these different backgrounds here. Bunch of different ones you could change to. So you can do landscapes, all kinds of things that you could change to when you're deciding what you're wanting to set for your mode that you're going to be using the video for. So it's up to you to determine how you want to use this. But I feel like you'll find something in here, and you can also use your own personalized picture as well. So if you want to do that, you can do that. You can turn off the background. I like that it's just a click in order to do so. And it's really nice, man. I think that there's a lot that you can do with this particular camera and this laptop, I should say. There's a whole bunch to love about the MacBook Air. Some people would probably go for the Pro model for very intensive, like heavy editing. But I think starting at since this is an M4, I think starting here, I don't think you have anything to lose. Get enough memory. I would say go ahead and get the highest. I got the 512 gig. You can do 24 gigs of unified memory as well, but I did 16. So, Apple is doing the most with this particular laptop. I mean, I'm glad that I upgraded. I shouldn't say upgraded. Well, I guess I could say upgraded because I came from the M3, and you guys were asking me about questions on the M3 as to, what is it? What do you get? What's so different or something like that with the M3? And is it more performance? Is it this? Is it that? I think if you have an M3 and you have an 8 gig model, you're fine. But Apple did that little switcheroo where they gave a 16 gig version all of a sudden, and I was like, whoa, I just purchased the I just turned off portrait. You can see me doing the transitions. You can see them doing these little trickeries where they're just trying to get more money out of people. So if you have the 8 gig and you have an 8 gig M2, especially if you have an M1, I definitely could recommend that you go to the M4. But as far as coming from the M3, I don't think it's that going to be, unless you have the 8 gig version, because that's the reason that I upgraded. I wanted more. I had an 8 gig, 256 gig version. And so I wanted more memory and I wanted more storage. So I got obviously they're all 16 gigs now. And so I have 16 gigs with 512 gigs of storage. That is my reasoning for upgrading. Because I was editing off of a 1 TB external drive if I needed to. But I just kind of got tired of doing that. And so I think and also I wanted to experience the M4. I wanted to see what it was about. And so I think personally, it's a nice upgrade if you have less storage and less memory. It's up to you though. But the performance, you're probably not going to see this extreme change in your performance when editing. It won't. It might be seconds or something like that for the export times or anything like that. It could, you won't see this drastic change. So I say if you have a 512 gig, 16 gig RAM M3, just stay there. I wouldn't upgrade or I wouldn't change to the M4 just for that, because Apple isn't really pushing people from the M3. I think they're trying to get people that have Intel computers or possibly an M1. I still have an M1 and it works great. I don't really see um too much. The camera obviously doesn't look like this, and the performance is going to be, the export times are a little bit better, but it's still much faster than any Windows computer that you could possibly get. So if you really want a good deal, you could actually get the M3 version, 16 gig, 512 gig. That would be a great thing for you to do. So yeah, other than the better quality and stuff like that and the performance that you could possibly see, I think these cameras look really solid. The keyboard, the keyboard itself, and I did go to the 13-inch instead of the 15. I just realized, I said, I'd rather be a little bit more portable and have the power. So I opted to just go and get a 13, and I saved a little bit of money because I had a 15, and the 15 costs the same as a 512 gig 13. So I was like, I'm just gonna get the 13, save myself a couple $100, no big deal. I have a full Mac in the office anyway, so um, I just opted to go ahead and get the 13 because it saved me a little bit of money, and I kind of just did an even swap. All I did was pay the taxes, and by selling them my 15-inch, going to the 13, and then I got to upgrade in memory, unified memory, and storage. So I doubled it. So it was a win for me to give them $99 or whatever it cost me to cover the taxes. So I felt it was a win, and I get the M4. So anyway, the keyboard, the traveling feedback on the keyboard, it feels kind of. I don't see that much difference in the way the keyboard feels. But I do like this sky blue color. I think it looks really cool in person. It does look silver a lot of the times, but overall, I think you'll be impressed with the performance and the traveling feedback in the keyboard itself. It's personal preference. The keyboard feels good. The Touch ID is good. I really wish that they would do facial recognition. It's kind of strange that these Apple computers don't have facial recognition. Um, and then they have this cutout up here. It's very strange, but they chose to do Touch ID, I guess. Anyway, uh, 48 hours completed with this computer, and I really like it. I'm glad that I changed to the M4. I'm glad that I got the new. I was kind of skeptical about the space gray giving up, but I still have a space gray M1. So I like it, man. The 13-inch is more than enough. It is very powerful. As far as editing versus the M3, once again, you're not going to see a huge drastic change in it. Only thing I did with this computer is put a tempered glass on it. I ordered a tempered glass the next day or same day I got the laptop, put it on, and that's it. And I've just been using it. So, it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.